Down. Now, tomorrow afternoon, we'll find out if Britain can win a first European medal since 1984. Joanne Conway goes into the ladies' final. In second place, Simon Reed now looks at her chances and, indeed, the quality of the opposition.
Natalia Lebedeva from the Soviet Union has, after a couple of fallow years, re-emerged as a skater of world class. Her original program was a delight, dramatic and exciting. Amazingly, the Soviets have never won a European gold medal in the ladies' competition. That just might change this year. Well, that is very impressive indeed. Joanne Conway will be on a high after her original program. Her free routine isn't filled with the technical difficulty of her rivals, but if she skates it clean, her artistry will keep her in the hunt for medals. There's the combination, and fine it was too.
Followed by the double toe loop is an easier combination than that you've just seen before, but better to do that well than to try a difficult one and fall over.
Yes, in practice, she has been trying a more difficult one with a double loop at the second part, but not then. Barring a catastrophe, 24-year-old Claudia Leisner is assured of the gold. She can finish first, second or third in the free to win the European title. And if she continues the form she's shown so far, she'll be a worthy champion.
Good step sequence.
Well, that was the performance of a champion.
That'll be enough to keep her in first place, I'm sure.
Well, Claudia Leisner proving that she's every bit as good as Katarina Witt, but the gold isn't won yet. These are the positions after the original programme. She's leading Joanne Conway in second place. Let's hope she can retain that tomorrow. Lebedeva down there in third position. Jackie Soames, our other British girl, is currently in 18th place. Well, tomorrow sees the final of the ladies' competition, and the whole country will be rooting for Joanne Conway. She seemed very relaxed, in fact, when she and her coach, Robin Cousins, talked to John Helm earlier on today.
So tomorrow it's a question of see what happens with the draw and see how the practice goes. And she needs to go out there. I mean, she said she was nervous. She'd even made herself ill before the event to go out and do this. So she knows now what it's like and what she can cope with. Tomorrow should be much easier for her mentally. I think she should just enjoy it. I mean, anything she does tomorrow will be a bonus.
What are your thoughts now going into the last day with Claudia Leisner first and Joanne Conway second?
I don't feel like I'm in a place to say, oh, well, I can just go out there and just do everything, you know, now get a place. I just want to go out and do the best I can, like I did in the original today. It wouldn't have mattered if I dropped 10 places. I was happy with what I did, and that's the most important thing to me right now, is to go out and just get clean and get my confidence back.
The British public has always been behind you. I mean, how important would it be for you to get a medal here?
Not very important, really. I mean, if it comes off, then I'll be very, very happy, extremely happy. If it doesn't come off, I'll be back next year.
But Robin, everybody in this country has expected so much, haven't they?
They are, and I think it's nice that they're sort of biding their time. I think they believe what I'm saying, and I think they actually believe that Joanne needs this, you know, the help and everything else, and she says it's true. I think I would like nothing better than, you know, for the first time in 50 years for a Brit to win a medal. I'm not going to say that it isn't possible. I'm also not going to think that it isn't possible that she could drop down to 5th, 6th or 7th. It's a question of not so much really what Joanne does, it's what the other girls do at the same time. As you notice today, I mean, there's 4 or 5 out there. They are all capable of winning.
Okay, well, we certainly wish you the best
Thank
of luck.
you very much.
Thank you.
Well, Nikki Slater, Robin Cousins is saying that it's very important to see where she's skating. She is, in fact, we now know, skating last tomorrow.
Yeah, that can be something that's really good for you because the judges can give you the highest mark. So it's the pole position, in effect, to be taking place. But it also puts a lot of pressure on you, you know, because the warm-up's been a long way away and you've had the other skaters and you've got time to think about it and hear them being applauded and hear the crowd going. And it gives time for the tummy to get a bit unsettled.
Right, well, let's have a look at the competitors tomorrow, starting with Claudia Leisner, who goes in, of course, in #1 position and is favourite for the competition.
Well, I think that Claudia will probably win. I mean, what Robin said is really interesting because he's not building up Joanne, he's not putting a lot of pressure on her, but there are a lot of girls that could go out there and take the title. But I think the way it's going, the judges are really in favour of Claudia taking it, and if she can just do a strong performance, she doesn't even have to do anything outstanding, that she'll take the title.
Right, well, let's move on to Joanne, because I know we all appreciate that Joanne Conway has it all if she wants to. It's all in the head, isn't it?
Well, when she first came out, she was, you know, brilliant, and she was a young girl thrown into this spotlight, and for a little while that threw her back. But I think now she can cope with it. She's just used to it. But the attitude of, if I get a medal, that's brilliant. If I don't get a medal, then fine, is the attitude that every competitor should have, because it becomes too important that you win. And as soon as you get to that stage, you're really up against it, because inside your own mind, you're making this great big thing of it, which it isn't really.
Is it fair to say she needs to lose a bit of weight? Because people do say that. Cruelly, of course.
I can't say that, Nick. God, dear. Yeah, it would be nice. I mean, on the ice, a really thin figure looks the best, and I think Joanne knows that maybe a little bit. She could lose a little bit of weight, but I mean, you know, who are we to say that to her?
Right. Has she the ability to get a medal tomorrow?
Yes, she has. I mean, it does depend on what the other skaters do. The other girls, I have to tell you that the other girls skating in practice are doing more technically difficult jumps and could well overtake Joanne, and she could go out of the medals. But if they mess up, if they get nerves on the day, which is very, very possible, I mean, I just hope she can get in there with a medal. Silver would be wonderful, bronze would be great, and she skated so well already.
And briefly, people who are close to her have told me that they think she needs a break, a bit of fresh air away from skating to come back to it with an appetite.
It's interesting. You can equate this. I talked to Isabel and Paul Deschaney today, and they said, we really want to skate now because we've been off for 6 months. But how can you say that to somebody like Joanne when she's training the whole time? Yeah,
and she's on the verge of a medal in the European Championships tomorrow. Let's hope she gets it. Nikki, thanks very much indeed. Just to tell you then that those the ladies' final will be tomorrow afternoon on ITV Live at 2:10. Right now, we are saluting new European champions in the ice dance. They've won silver medals on 8 occasions at world, European and Olympic level. Tonight, Marina Klimova and Sergei Ponomarenko have won gold at last, and I think for them, we're all delighted. We leave you with their winning performance from us all. Very good night.